Welcome back everyone to ArmBreakdown, the place for latest and greatest updates in the sport. So first off, let's start with this recent physique update from Corey West, who honestly looks much leaner and in a very good shape, since if you remember the last time we saw him compete, which by the way was at East vs West 17, where he faced Devon and Larratt on the left arm, at that time looking way bigger than now, with his weight being right around 400 pounds. So definitely big props to Corey, who once again is looking awesome and most likely is getting ready for his comeback, which by the way is confirmed to be happening on November 29th at the 6th edition of Monster Factory hosted by Michael Todd, where he'll be pulling another impressive athlete from USA, Wallace Dilly. And by the way, if you also want to know all the other athletes that will participate at this event, be sure to click on the screen to see a video all about that. So next up, we have a pretty interesting update from the best translator in the arm wrestling community, Alex Chikadze, who recently did some sparring with none other than Nugo Chikadze, where Alex actually looked pretty good since he is an arm wrestler himself, with Nugo at one point in the sparring actually going down to a full-blown King's move, and even despite that, Alex was able to hold him down, with him in the end getting better position on Nugo and actually winning this match. Now of course, I wouldn't take this as something too serious, and it is Nugo's left arm, not his right, but even with all that, I still think this is pretty impressive stuff from Alex. Now as we all know, Nugo will face Oleg Petrenko on the right arm at East vs West 20 on November 1st, and looking at the results from one of the polls that I put out recently, I also agree with you that Oleg is definitely the favorite going into this match, and I do think that his win will be pretty dominant, but then again, we are talking about Nugo, who is a very unique athlete and has had some success against other top rollers in the past. And finally, moving on to something very exciting that will be happening on October 19th, and that is the Over the Top 2 event, which once again will be happening this year, where the prize money for this event will be whopping $25,000, of which $10,000 will go to the open class winner on the right arm. Now Devon is also confirmed to be at this event and maybe even competing, since on the recent podcast with Jake, Devon actually mentioned that he might jump in a tournament himself, besides Oden and Milo, who also will be competing. Now this is really interesting since Riekerd Bornman will actually be competing at this event also, who by the way is definitely getting stronger in the gym and progressing on his lifts every day. But anyways, I'm curious to see what you think. Will Devon actually do it and join the tournament himself? And if these two actually end up in finals, what do you think happens then? Leave your thoughts down below. Now if you have a chance to visit this in person, I would highly suggest you to do that, but if you're like me and live on the other side of the world, pretty soon there will be an actual pay-per-view for the whole tournament on their website, which by the way I will leave a link in the description down below. But anyways, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and I will see you in the next one.